Well, good morning. It's News Extra time. Steve Kjos here for Kevin Mooney on the show. We're joined by a couple of gentlemen that are going to tell us about the Kimball Ranch Rodeo that's coming up. It's the 9th annual event down at Kimball, and the event is coming up tomorrow. And gentlemen, what's happening with that tomorrow? And first of all, explain the term ranch rodeo. Exactly what does that entail?
So the ranch rodeo is a little bit different from a regular PRCA rodeo that you're going to see at fairs around. More ranch-style events, everyday things that you're going to see a cowboy do on the ranch. We do 4 different events: trailer loading, branding and doctoring, team tying, and wild cow milking. And then we have a jackpot bronc riding that is separate from the team events. That is ride as ride can, and you use a ranch saddle, 1 or 2 hands. You, like you say, ride as ride can. So it's a lot more like what you're going to see out in the open on the range, and it's something different for everybody to come out and see.
All right, these events make it unique to a regular rodeo.
It's a lot different than what you're going to see at the National Western or those kind of events. Like you say, it's working cowboys coming out and competing, and their employers are not kind enough to give them the time to come down and compete, and we sure enjoy having them.
We wanted to introduce these gentlemen by name. We didn't do that at the onset here. That's Justin Perry that's talking there. We've also got in studio Alex Engstrom joining us today. Alex, welcome.
Morning. Thank you.
You bet. The 9th annual event. This has been a huge success for you guys since you started it 9 years ago.
Yeah, it has. And, you know, first and foremost, we want to say thank you to everybody that's come out and support us over the last 9 years. We can't do this without that. All of our sponsors, everything across the board. There's so many people that need thanked for us to be able to do this. We don't have that kind of time, but if you're listening to this, just know that if you've ever been to the ranch rodeo or helped out, volunteered, done whatever, it hasn't gone unnoticed, and we appreciate it so much.
And you guys have big prize money awarded, looks like, for first place. That's a nice prize there, and also big cash prizes for second and third place winners too. That's pretty big cash money there for those awards.
So we're paying out 70% of all of our entry fees. We've got 10 teams signed up to come down, and we're full on the bronc riding. We've got a full 15, and with the bronc riding, we've got a $2,000 added money to that, so that those riders get double points for the WSRA finals standings.
Now, for those people, for those that are getting involved in this, do they have to pre-register for the events, or they do that during the ranch rodeo? Can they get everything set up for that, or do they have to be pre-arranged to participate in the event when they're down there?
We open entries about May 1st,
okay,
and then we run those through. Just closed entries on Wednesday, I believe, for this. Mm-hmm. We filled up with the bronc riding last week, so that was nice. But have to be entered and have the entry forms sent in and everything ready to go prior to the event. So,
and folks come in from all over, from neighboring states. I'm sure.
We get some teams and individuals to come out of Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and Wyoming to compete in our event. So we've been excited to pull from about a 200-mile radius.
Wow, you guys pull in vendors too, so people can eat while they're there and have there's other activities going on.
We do. We've got 3 concessions vendors that'll be there this year, serving everything from a tri-tip dinner to a funnel cake. In addition to the fact that we're going to have some tack or a tack vendor, the Cowboy Connection out of Ogallala is going to be there as well with some supplies to browse through and see if there's anything you fancy.
And it is hard to beat a funnel cake, I tell you.
It is.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
We're going to take a break, come back with more from Justin Perry and Alex Engstrom. We're talking Kimball Ranch Rodeo on News Extra today, and we'll return here in just a little bit.
Have you ever experienced a family-run bank? This is Todd Peterson, Regional President with Pinnacle Bank, and the beauty of being a family-run bank is that things work the way they should. At Pinnacle Bank, our local staff is committed to running our bank like it were their own. After all, we're your neighbors and understand that good neighbors feel a lot like family. We invite you to stop by and experience the way banking should be. Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
back on News Extra. Kimball Ranch Rodeo is the topic on the program today, and the event is coming up at the Kimball County Fairgrounds tomorrow evening, and starting at 5:30. We're with Justin Perry, Alex Engstrom, a couple of Kimball Ranch Rodeo Committee members, and tell us a little bit more about what's going to be happening. Maybe out of all the events you listed, which one would be the hardest event to win, or the hardest event to participate in, at least?
So we actually differ here a little bit. I think the wild cow milking would be the most difficult. You guys don't get a chute or a head catch to milk in. They're just grabbing on the tails and mugging heads and trying to milk that cow. And just to add a little bit of another level of difficulty, they don't get to milk into a bucket. They don't get to milk into a cup. They've got to milk into a long neck beer bottle. And they don't have to fill it up. They've got to be able to pour a drop out when they get to their timed circle. But there's a reason I don't compete. I just put it together. I don't think I could pull it off, and I commend the gentlemen that come and compete for us.
What do you think, Alex?
Well, see, I think the trailer loading is the one that's more difficult. You know, we don't allow them to pass the rope through the trailer and dally back off and drag the steer into the trailer. So they got to get as close as they can to the back of that trailer with the steer and pass the rope off to 3 guys on the ground and push, pull, drag this steer into the trailer. You know, and that's no easy feat. So
it takes a little doing, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay, the event is tomorrow evening. Tickets? How do people get tickets? And they just show up and just get admission right there on the site.
You can get tickets at the gate. We've given some to some sponsors. We didn't pre-sell any, but you can get them at the gate. Adults are $6, youth 13 to 18 are $4, and kids 12 and under are free. So bring out your families. And I also need to mention that if you go to our Facebook page, we will be posting a question about our on-air interviews this morning, and you can win a free pair of tickets if you answer a question on the Facebook page here coming up soon.
All right, it's all happening at the Kimball Fairgrounds in Kimball. Start time tomorrow evening at 5:30. And we might add that we're going to be there with our Ford F-150. We were there the last few years, and we're going to be there, I think, 4 to 6 for the event, too. So
yeah, we're looking forward to that as well. It's great having you guys come down and have that event there as well for other people to come out and enjoy. So, you know, I did want to add that this year, a portion of our proceeds is going to the Kimball Pheasants Forever chapter, designated for the youth program there. So, you know, come out and help support the Kimball Ranch Rodeo. In turn, we get to be able to give more money back to another great organization down there in Kimball. So.
Sure. All righty. It all sounds great. Mark it down for tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, Kimball Ranch Rodeo at the Kimball Fairgrounds, 5:30 tomorrow evening. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for coming in, Justin Perry and Alex Engstrom, talking Kimball Ranch Rodeo on News Extra today. I'm Steve Kjos for Kevin Mooney on the program.